You're videotaping me here in the elevator? Watch this. Now I'm videoing you.
Now he has returned.
How are they, Ralph?
AOL's DeeKnow. Here we are with another video. Let's go!
Ayo, what's good? It's DeeKnow, and we're back again with another video full of crazy clips from all over the internet. I hope that everybody's been doing well. Let's hop right into it.
You alive? For go bang, took a tang, boom tang tang, tune tang, tigger lig it.
What do you call a funky car? A Mustang.
That's decent. That's decent. What did Michael Jackson call his denim store?
What?
Billy Jeans.
I like what you did there. How do billboards talk? Sign language.
That's a solid joke. What does a dinosaur use to pay bills?
What?
Tyrannosaurus checks.
You almost got me. What do you call ghost poop? Boo boo.
That was so good you almost made yourself laugh. I need to tap out.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
What rapper's in the toolbox? Plies.
Why couldn't the toilet paper cross the road?
Why?
It got stuck in a crack.
I be steady whipping up the sauce. It's lit. Yeah, yeah. Chicken nugget flow. Yeah, I got that barbecue. I be steady whipping up the sauce. Chicken nugget flow. Yeah, I got the barbecue. I be steady whipping up the sauce.
Yeah, that's about how it goes, really.
Hey, here, you believe in prompt theory?
Obviously. I'm literally famous on prompt theory TikTok.
Yeah. Hey, beautiful. You believe in prompt theory?
Oh, definitely. That's literally how I get everything I want in life.
Yeah.
By using prompt theory.
Hey, bro, you heard of prompt theory? Yeah, bro, my sleep score is exactly the same every single night. It's gotta be a prompt. Excuse me, have you heard of prompt theory?
Oh my God, I just got back from Tulum and I saw the prompts. I saw them.
Low key, everything is everything, bro.
Yep, there we go again with that prompt theory stuff. What do y'all think about that? AI is just getting out of hand at this point. I don't know if you've seen everything that's out now, but a few months ago, it was nowhere near where it's at now.
G7 is basically like, when you join the Illuminati, you're like part of the special group. Come on, the Illuminati you went to last year before they let you stream with all the celebrity people and stuff. Remember that?
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know who you're talking. I'm not a streamer, man. You know me. I'm an engineer. I don't know what you're talking about. You know.
He said, "I'm not a streamer. I'm an engineer." Yeah, okay, man.
They are desperate to paint the picture of crazy because you have put fear. You have incited fear in them spiritually because they have clearly seen you overcome numerous of things. I won. They have seen you overcome numerous of things that no one could overcome in the manner that you have overcame them, meaning in the equivalent of coolness. Chosen, you didn't handle some things so hot that there is no way in the world you shouldn't have charred hands. You have handled some situations so hot, Chosen, there is no way in the world you shouldn't have charred hands. Real talk. And they don't watch you and they know that I couldn't handle that. What he or she is handling is only reserved for what the scripture says. Many are called, few are like that. Many are called because they say to themselves, we know some special people. You know some special people because many are called. But what they found out in you is few. Very few. I like that.
Through the power of God. I don't know what we're looking at, y'all. Can somebody tell me?
So that conspiracy theory where people are trafficking human organs has now gotten a little deeper. So this 21-year-old former flight attendant was arrested for trafficking $3.3 million worth of a psychoactive drug containing ground human bones. Ground human bones. Let me repeat. This former 21-year-old flight attendant was arrested for trafficking $3.3 million worth of a drug containing ground human remains. She was arrested at the airport with this drug called Kush. Over 100 pounds of this drug that's only found on the black market. Take a look at this. This is the article about the stuff that she was caught with and was arrested for. Now, it's totally unclear of who is purchasing this stuff. I guess maybe it's people that are tired of the stuff that they've been using, you know, and they want something a little bit different. But this contains human bones. Now, if you go back and check out some of my videos and all the stories that have been coming out of people arrested for selling human bones, it's got to make you think, where are they going? Maybe we know now. Well, she is facing up to 25 years to life. Now, here's the question on my mind, and the question I want to ask you. How long do you think she's going to survive once they found out what she was caught for and the people that she was transporting it for? How crazy is this story? Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and as always, I'd love to hear from you.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what to think about that. I've never heard of that, but that's pretty gross. It's pretty, I don't know. I would do a million other things before I ever tried something like that. That's wild. I can't. It's true though.
Don't mind me. We're not supposed to touch you, but some of us do. I don't. Because I'm not, I'm not like that, but the guys that sit on your chest, technically, are not supposed to do that. Oh, is this Carhartt?
I'm technically not supposed to do that.
Whoa, what's with the, no posters? A smoking gun poster there, a Step Brothers or Talladega Nights one there. Ooh, who's this? Your girlfriend? Perhaps I shall visit her next. No, I'm just kidding. Good for you. Is there a limit to the number of ashwagandha gummies you can take before something bad happens? Because I had a couple of the ones you keep in your medicine cabinet. And I'm not freaking out, but I could. You should open up a window in here. It's kind of musty.
It's kind of musty.
This surveillance is so much more than that. Y'all need to wake up and start helping us. If you're seeing this, you're complicit after the fact. You need to start saving lives and helping targeted individuals.
This was a lightning strike last night, y'all. Seriously, look at this right here. Is this a simulation? Watch this video. This is that same video slowed down. Now, y'all watch this right here. Look. I'm just barely... Look at this. Look how absolutely incredible this is, man. I'm just going back and forth over it. You tell me what would cause that, really and truly. This was a lightning strike. What don't y'all understand, man? Look, a lightning strike. I've never once in my life seen a lightning strike split perfectly down the center, dude. Has anybody ever seen this? Ever? Anybody? When the strike first occurred, man, this was what it was. It was a flash. Do y'all see this flash right here, right? Then after the flash, dude, it was like split. It went straight up, right? And then it just changed. See what I'm saying? It flicks over and forth back like somebody's like hitting a switch. Off on, off on, off on. What? I really and truly want to know what would cause this. Again, this is slow motion, y'all. I just screenshot it anyways. Explain to me why this happened, how this happened, when this happened. I'll wait.
I don't know. Seems more and more like we're in a computer simulation every day, huh? Nah, but for real, that's probably the electrical interference with the phone that's taking the video.
See him down there having lunch right now.
I'd be so mad, dude. What a waste of money.
You hear this feel like Call of Duty in this bitch, bro. I swear to God, bro. On my soul, I'm killing Kel on my mama. I'm not coming outside no more. Oh, shit, these niggas tripping.
Damn.
Yeah, no, don't do shit like that. You could hear the bullets ping by a couple times. Don't do shit like that. That's extremely dangerous. I don't know what was going on, but that's uncalled for.
If you're new here, I usually talk about some pretty scary stuff, but this next story, Lake Tahoe, just reminded us it's not just a lake. Yo, after the last storm, Lake Tahoe changed like completely. What used to be a peaceful vacation spot turned into a full-blown ocean, and this isn't just rumors. 8 people were unalived in a single weekend. Weather that wasn't even on radar started happening. Snow fell in June. Temperatures crashed, boats flipped, waves got violent, visibility dropped, and suddenly the lake started swallowing things. Locals say it felt alive, and one of the people who didn't survive was an executive from DoorDash. Yeah, out of all the boats on the water that day, the one that overturned was carrying a DoorDash exec and his entire family, right after people were calling for a boycott. Is this coincidence, or could it be something darker? Because this is where it gets even weirder. In the days after, some people reported seeing massive shadows moving beneath the surface. We're talking sea creature level stuff. And if you don't believe that, look up the old Washoe tribe legends. They've been saying for generations that there's something unnatural living in Lake Tahoe. And now it's like the lake is waking up. Was this a freak storm or something ancient that finally had enough? Drop your theories in the comment section. Was this targeted? Was it a warning? Or just Mother Nature losing her mind? And jot down below part 2 if you want me to continue covering this case. Make sure you hit the follow button if you...
I think that it was something ancient waking up. Nah, it's the earth fighting back against us because we don't treat it right. Bro, get off the highway. Come on now. I'm playing Frogger for real.
Y'all see that right here? Y'all see that? Unfit for human consumption. So the state of Texas just passed an unprecedented law. Say that 3 times fast. Unprecedented law about 3 days ago that bans ingredients in thousands of processed foods. M&Ms are one of them. There's 3 ingredients in them. These ingredients are banned in over 160 countries, but yet Texas is the first one to actually step up to the plate in America to do it. We need everyone to do that, but here's why this really should matter to you. Red 40, yellow 5, and blue 1. Those are the 3 chemicals. How in the heck have we gotten so far gone in America that we think it's okay to eat chemicals and it's not going to hurt us? I don't get it. I mean, glyphosate, which is Roundup weed killer, isn't half of what you, more than half of what y'all are eating too. But guys, these chemicals are very dangerous to the human body, to the point where the state of Texas is finally saying, if you do not remove these items from the shelf, you must label them as unfit for human consumption. If you want the full list of all the foods that are set to be labeled as unfit for human consumption, go to alifefullyalive.com. I have a little box there that you can put your name into, and I will automatically send you the full list along with a plan of what to do about it. Go now, go get it.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's a good thing. I'm not going to argue with that. I have nothing negative to say about that. Hey, bros.
Logged.
Please. Oh, that's quite possibly the worst sound I've heard in quite a while. Sorry.
Whatever, man.
It's this shit right there. After the club, man. Little sneaker ball.
No, everything you were doing right there was just not good. Like, all them snacks, not good for you. All them chips, that Gatorade, none of that's good for you. Then you smoking in the store, not good for you or other people.
There is a very real vampire society living among us in plain sight. I actually have some exclusive insider information to add to Light Paladin's video. It first mentioned how Playboi Carti started dressing and acting like a vampire when he released the song Vamp Anthem, and how this is not a coincidence. This also wasn't a phase, like it's a signal you could choose to become a vampire. There are people in every major city, especially in like the fashion, the art, the music industry, who practice blood rituals, who literally alter their DNA to evolve beyond human, like in order to become something else. He explains that he's seen it himself. He lives in a very major metro city, so do I live in New York, and he's been inside the scene. It's exactly like Blade, or like one of those gritty 2000s vampire movies where it's underground clubs, red lighting, no mirror, people whisper in Latin, and he's not exaggerating. Don't even get me started on the fashion industry. Some of these runway shows are rituals disguised as art. I went to one last year and we couldn't have cameras, we couldn't have anything like that. We were just there to like take it all in. And at the event, they made everyone wear these like red veils. The lights were then dimmed to near darkness. And then the floor that the models were walking on was kind of like a mirror. And it looked like this mirror was drenched in blood. And then like one model bit the other one on the neck. People clapped like it was some sort of like edgy performance art. But like, I'm telling you, it felt real. But of course, this is just a story for entertainment purposes. There was also a show in Paris that I only heard about where there wasn't a guest list. Like, and this is for entertainment purposes, this is all just like fun and pretend. You would have to bleed to get in. The designer never gave interviews, and people say that she hasn't aged for like 20 years. And that is the thing about these vampires, they don't age, guys. Like, wow, they got work done seemingly out of nowhere, very quick recovery. Megan Fox has also openly discussed how she and MGK admit that they drink each other's blood. Remember, all of this is a conspiracy theory, it's just for entertainment purposes, don't take anything I say as fact. But these nightclubs are like entry points. They're kind of like a testing ground, and the more elite the club, the closer you get to the inner circle. And there's a certain level where you're not just partying, you're in like a different dimension. And there are allegedly people in these circles that don't even blink, and they speak in riddles. There's actually a rave in Brooklyn that happens every equinox that has no phones allowed. And you'll hear about it once and then never find it again. And people vanish for days afterward. And then the people who return are all a bit different. I'm not saying to like go look for it. I'm saying that like it's already around you. And if you haven't been invited, you might at some point. This is just a spooky story. It's just a little conspiracy theory just for entertainment purposes. This is not fact. I am not saying that any of this is real or true.
You better watch out for the secret society of vampires. You're gonna come get you.
This ladder breaks, I'm riding that avalanche of ass straight to the underworld, girl. Tongue out, soul gone, and begging for a second coat.
Y'all need to chill with the AI. Just, y'all need to chill.
YouTube are finally cracking down on content soup, AI content soup. So starting the 15th of July, 4 days, they are demonetizing any videos that are clearly AI generated. So think about like mass uploads of an AI voice reading a Wikipedia article, essentially. But if you're using AI to enhance your videos, so voiceovers or using it for visuals or scripting, like that's totally fine. They're not shitting on everyone. But the stuff that so clearly has just no human input, you're gone.
Good. That's a great thing. I'm glad they started doing that, and I'd like to see more of it.
They're building machines out of humans?
Buddy, they want to repurpose all humans into these machines. Look, I was hired by a private robotics company in the late 90s. They wanted me for my thesis on what I later invented with their funding known as a brain stem receptor. The BSR would allow for a singular component that could interpret the biological data from a human brainstem and transmit it into a sort of digitally projected neural network, allowing us to no longer have to create all these mechanical imitations of human ligaments. We could just attach real ones. And, well, that's exactly what we did, right? But, well, it kind of worked a bit too well.
What do you mean?
Charles Parker, the donor for the brainstem we used to build the model, was sort of still in there. He began saying things like, oh, you know, I miss my family, I miss my daughter. We thought at first it was just a hiccup, right? But when we looked into Charles' family tree, we realized everything he was saying matched up with his previous life, right? Look, we refined his neural model to suppress his concerns, but I ended up leaving the company after uncovering exactly what they planned on doing with this technology.
And what's that?
They wanted to accumulate more and more of the population, repurpose them into these machines, and after building enough of them, send them out into the world overnight to convert whoever's left.
Yeah, things that never happened for 200, please. Yo, that actually looks really awesome. I would not argue with seeing the Matrix that way at all. That looks amazing. I don't know about y'all.
Here's some interesting breaking news for you. Major bombshell in the world of artificial intelligence, Grok, Elon Musk AI chatbot, just made a stunning admission. It revealed that it's been funded by none other than BlackRock. Yup, the same BlackRock that controls trillions in global assets.
Are
now
we
has financial
surprised?
stake in Elon Musk's AI company called
I wouldn't
XAI.
think so.
In its own words, XAI, which built me, received funding from BlackRock in its Series C funding round and partners with them on AI infrastructure that's coming from Grok. That means the world's most powerful asset manager is now helping build the infrastructure behind Musk-led AI. This news sparked instant debate online. Some say it's a small partnership, combining financial power with tech genius. Others, they're sounding the alarm. They fear it's one more step towards centralized control of AI and information. Remember, BlackRock isn't just big, it's everywhere.
It's
Finance,
everywhere.
media, real estate, and now AI infrastructure. This partnership raises huge questions about transparency and control. Is this just a smart business move or something deeper? Either way, Grok just peeled back the curtain. And now the world is watching what comes next. And this is for entertainment purposes only.
For entertainment purposes only.
Sir, don't take another step or we will use force.
I don't hear a lot of people speaking about this, and not to take anything away from Texas, but did y'all see what's going on in North Carolina? North Carolina got hit with a hurricane called Hurricane Chantel. And let's just say Chapel Hill, North Carolina almost looks like Texas. It's flooded. Why weren't they warned about these conditions? I did a little research. I didn't see people missing. I didn't see people that lost their lives. I don't know if that happened. But this shit is crazy. It's like nobody's getting warnings about these flash floods and these horrible weather conditions. Look at this shit. This is North Carolina. I'm gonna sit this right here so y'all can see this. Look at this shit.
Yeah, it was like a month ago.
Do you see the times we're in right now?
What is that?
This ain't normal, man.
What is that?
This is not normal.
No, this is not good, man. This is not good.
Nah.
Dude, those people in that house right there.
Look at that shit.
All right, people, we got severe flash flooding happening here in Orange County, North Carolina. This is the worst flooding I've seen in the Chapel Hill, Carrboro area. Anybody that tries to come out here and drive it tonight, please don't do it.
Now you tell me these weather conditions that we've been experiencing are normal.
Yes, actually, I am telling you that they're normal. They happen every year. We just don't pay enough attention.
Give them a kiss! Kiss each other! Kiss each other!
Look how great that worked, though, everybody. A little bit of humiliation doesn't hurt anyone.
Sir, let me answer the question. Ask the questions, all right? You're finding yourself very close to contempt.
I'm sorry.
Mr. Sirkin, why are you not here?
Your Honor, I received a court notice yesterday.
When did you receive notice of today's hearing?
Yesterday in the afternoon.
No, on paper, when did you receive it?
Receive what, Your Honor?
Good God. When did you receive, on paper, the notice of today's hearing?
I have not received anything on paper of today's hearing.
Then how did you know to call my staff yesterday and tell them that you were going to appear by Zoom?
That's correct.
All right. Hey, but before you do that, why don't you go ahead and have a seat, because I want to address something else. I need to apologize to you for my behavior of last week. It was very unprofessional of me, and you did not deserve that. So I sincerely apologize. I truly let my temper get the best of me.
Your Honor, Judge, that's fine. We all make mistakes.
It's not fine, but I'm glad you owned up to the responsibility of the fact that you had an anger outburst, because not a lot of judges would do that.
They shoved the sick cat into the canister and shot it through a tube toward the vet. But when it arrived, it ran away, traumatized.
I
You see,
wonder-
these tubes worked
I
by
wonder
using
why.
giant fans to push the canister along at high speed. Some networks would send mail, while McDonald's actually used them to deliver burgers. And one engineer even built a system to carry people, but the air rushed into the compartments, which weren't properly sealed. This could destroy the contents and terrify passengers, and they were eventually discontinued.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, y'all, I think this might be the beginning of the end. I'm not even gonna cap. This shit crazy, fool. Zuckerberg and his company just announced that they're building something out of the Sci-Fi Network channel, y'all. And when I say out of the Sci-Fi Network channel, this is what I'm talking about. Do y'all see that shit? This man is building a Hyperion data center. Do y'all see over Manhattan how big that junk gonna be? This is for the AIs, y'all. For the robots. This man and his team is building multiple AI superclusters. It's gonna be so powerful that it's gotta be this big, y'all.
Yeah. Well, I mean, are we really surprised with how much AI is taking over with everything and it's being incorporated and built into everything? So, I mean, we're going to need city-sized data centers for the amount of data that it processes, dude. It only makes sense, right?
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
Oh well.
Oh no.
Well, that sucks.
Oh my god.
Hope you got good insurance, man.
Oh my.
Yeah, that sucks.
Sometimes I think it's easier for people to leave than stay, man.
Mm-hmm.
Some people, they know they can't change themselves.
Right.
And so they'd rather leave somebody.
Yeah.
And eliminate themselves from the situation. When I was a kid, if somebody had just stayed with me for a minute,
made a big difference.
Fuck, man.
Change
I
your whole
can't
day,
even-
right?
I mean, a minute, you know?
Yeah.
It just would have had it would have made me feel like, like somebody wants to be there with me. Because I think never in my life had anybody just said, hey, I'll be here with you. I'm not going to give you any suggestions. I'm not going to give you any. I'm just going to be here for you if you need me.
Guys, you guys know where the ticketing check-in is? I need to just get rid of this. I don't know.
I need to get rid of this. I don't know. That's ridiculous. Don't do that. Don't do that. You'll scare so many people. Will probably get yourself in trouble.
What difference does it make? What difference does it make? Yeah, that's their favorite line. Got a lot of people, what difference does it make? You can't figure out what difference it makes? If you can't figure out what difference it makes that the people running your world have fucking lied to you over and over your whole life, if you can't figure out that someone lying to you is trying to control you, suppressing of information, of knowledge, is control. Deception of information and knowledge is a form of control. So what difference does it make? It makes a big difference, because once they start omitting information or lying about information about where you live, they're doing it to control you. Period. Why am I having to explain this to critical thinkers in the...
That's not good. You should probably see a doctor about that.
How does it happen that someone becomes possessed?
Yeah, it's a good question. There are a lot of ways. There can be everything from dabbling in the occult. Ouija boards are extraordinarily dangerous. Ways of opening oneself up to demonic forces that are already out there waiting and giving them an opportunity to enter into one's life. That can be through curses or things cast upon you from the outside. It can be with dabbling with the occult of your own choice. Hypnosis is extraordinarily dangerous in this particular.
Any kind?
I think any kind. I think it's very dangerous. Any place where we relinquish our own control of our interior life and allow other things outside of us to manipulate that, like a hypnotist or astral projection, all of these things where people are thinking, I'm going to try to surrender myself to something outside of me who is not Jesus Christ. There are plenty of forces out there who are saying, I'll come and be your friend. So dabbling in the occult, psychics, tarot card readings, all of these things are very, very dangerous. And they're more and more prevalent all the time in our country. I driving around on the streets, you see the psychic on the corner. I think, gosh, that person's probably a charlatan, but whoever's paying the money to have those cards read or whatever else they're doing, there are plenty of demons who are happy to get involved. So, surrendering oneself when they're, to serious addictions, especially sometimes addictive behaviors, hedonic lifestyles.
What is that meaning?
Like
Hedonism?
Hedonism, hypersexuality, or, giving over to just the free for all of, sex, drugs, and rock and roll, proverbially, that surrender of one's life to just one's lower pleasures in a very consistent and deliberate way that can open up one's life to demonic influences.
Have you been a good boy? I know you have. Come on, Santa's got a surprise for you.
What the hell?
Oh, nope.
Nope.
No, sir.
What the hell?
One thing, psilocybin changes the brain, but not the way anyone expected. When neuroscientists finally put volunteers in MRI machines and gave them psilocybin, they thought brain activity would explode, more neural firing, more energy, more chaos. Instead, they saw the opposite. The brain got quieter. Specifically, one part went almost silent, the default mode network. The default mode network is your brain's control center. It's the voice in your head, the thing that says I when you think about yourself. It creates your ego, the boundary between you and everything else, your sense of self. On psilocybin, that shuts down. Not partially, not temporarily, the entire network goes offline. And when it does, something extraordinary happens. Brain regions that never talk to each other suddenly connect. The visual cortex starts communicating with areas that process emotion. Memory centers link up with parts that control body awareness. It's like every neighborhood in a city suddenly building roads to every other neighborhood. Robin Carhart Harris at Imperial College London discovered this in 2012. He called it neural anarchy. But it wasn't anarchy, it wasn't chaotic, it was reorganization. The connections formed during these psychedelic experiences don't just disappear when the drug wears off. Brain scans show new neural pathways remaining active for weeks, sometimes months. In some cases, the changes appear permanent. Johns Hopkins researchers found something even stranger. People who took psilocybin in controlled settings showed lasting personality changes. Not mood changes, personality changes. They became more open, more creative, more connected to others. This shouldn't be possible. Personality is supposed to be fixed by age 30, but psilocybin rewrote that rule. And here's what really puzzled scientists. Psilocin, what psilocybin becomes in your body, fits into human serotonin receptors perfectly. Not approximately, perfectly. Like a key designed for a specific lock. We share about 50% of our DNA with mushrooms. We split from a common ancestor over 1 billion years ago. Yet somehow these fungi produce a compound that seems tailor-made for the human brain. Paul Stamets, the world's leading mushroom expert, thinks this isn't a coincidence. He believes humans and mushrooms have been evolving together, what he calls coevolution. Brain scans prove psilocybin creates new neural connections. They prove it dissolves old patterns. They prove it fundamentally changes how we think. But ancient civilizations didn't need MRI machines to know this. They'd been using mushrooms for thousands of years. They saw them as technology, sacred technology, a way to communicate with other realms, a way to speak with our ancestors. They saw mushrooms as a way to speak to God.
It's very interesting. I used them when I was younger, probably like 15 years ago, and I had some pretty interesting experiences. Mostly watching anime like Dragon Ball Z, and it looked 3D. Me and all my friends on the couch.
See that?
It's a fiber optics drone. It has to be, because you saw the fiber cable behind it, right?
This don't do shit but further prove my point from the last video. We are never going to see that 19-year-old kid again. Ever. They discovering alien-like creatures with 20 arms, 4,000 feet below the surface in Antarctica. If we can't go to Antarctica, what are y'all over there doing? And why are y'all 4,000 feet below the surface? What are y'all looking for? And that's another thing. Scientists be doing discovering all this shit, but yet cancer's still around. There's no cure for all these diseases that motherfuckers out here catching. But y'all worry about finding new shit, finding aliens. No, find the fucking cure for all the diseases that say, oh, that's right, y'all already got it. Y'all rather us die than give us the fucking cure. Which is insane. We will never see that 19-year-old kid again. Ever. Ever. I'm gonna tell you right now, we ain't gonna see so much as a social media post, none of that shit. The same places that they telling us we can't go, they there. And then on top of that, the people that are there don't make social media posts. They just oblivious to the internet. They that locked in with their fucking job. We don't know nothing about. There's a military base in Antarctica that nobody knows anything about. We don't know nobody there. We don't know what they doing. But apparently they're finding aliens.
I suggest you go look up Eric Hecker and his work that he did down in the Antarctic station that you're talking about. You'll find a whole lot of answers coming from him. He's pretty interesting. All the interviews he's been doing on the Sean Ryan show and a few other things. Pretty good. Anyways, that's all we got for today, everybody. I hope that you had a good time hanging out watching these videos. I had a pretty good time hanging out watching these videos. Look forward to seeing everybody when they come through every time. Dropping all the comments, dropping all the chats, everything, all the likes, all the subscriptions. You guys are great. Keep it up. And I hope to see you guys again tomorrow. Until then, take care and have a blessed day. Peace.